Welcome to our last piano class for Keyboard Kids 1. This is lesson 19. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? We're glad you're here today. We're going to start with our rhythms, which are ton, 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 rest, ton, ton, rest, ton, rest, ton, rest, ton, rest, ton to ton rest, ton to ton rest, ton rest. You should know those by now at the end of our semester. And our intervals are melodic second, melodic third, melodic fourth, melodic fifth, and melodic sixth. And remember, we say they're melodic because we play them one at a time and they make a melody. We're going to turn in our books now to page 56 and sing through John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Medium loud at the beginning, forte the first time, piano the second. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, his name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Come to my keyboard and sing. Copycat, copycat, mi, re, do, re. Can you be a copycat, fa, mi, re, do? I sing so, ti, re is a G major chord. Sing so, ti, re is a G major chord. So, do, mi is a C major chord. Sing so, do, mi is a C major chord. Fi, la, re is a D major chord. Sing fi, la, re is a D major chord. Fi, do, re is a D7 chord. Sing fi, do, re is a D7 chord. I sing so, 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 re. Sing so, 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 re. So, ti, re. You sing so, ti, re. I sing so, la, do. So, la, do. Re, do, ti, la, so. You sing re, do, ti, la, so. We're going to practice some sight singing. I have some notes here, and we're going to look at them and decide what we would sing. My first pitch is so. For this card, I would sing so, la, ti. Now it's so, and then the T. Ready, sing. So, ti, la. Sing with me. Ready, go. So, ti, la. Next one starts on a la. Going up. Ready, sing. La, ti, do. Sing with me one more time. It's la, ti, do. Next one starts on re, and we'd sing re, re, so. Sing it with me. Ready, go. Re, re, so. We're going to review our intervals. I have 3 of them on the board here, and I'm going to play one of them and see if you can guess which one it is. What did you think that one was? If you guessed fire truck, you are correct. Let's see what of these 3 intervals I'm playing. Did that one sound like the doorbell? No, that one was the rainbow. Did you guess rainbow? That would be correct. Let's see which one I'm going to play now. guess for that one? That one was the duck. Very good. I'm going to add our bride up here. Which one am I playing now? That one is the doorbell. Good guess. Now which one am I playing? Could you tell by the last one? That one was our star. Twinkle, twinkle is the star. Which one of these three am I playing? That one was the ship. It sounded a little like the fire truck, but the fire truck sounds more clangy than the ship. The ship sounds prettier. Guess which one I'm playing now. Did you guess the bride? Very good. That is our bride. Nice work. Watch me first. I will go. Ton, ton, ton. Your turn. Ton, ton, ton. My turn. Ton, ta, ta, ton. Your turn. Ton, ta, ta, ton. My turn. Ta, ta, ton, ton. Your turn. Ta, ta, ton, ton. My turn. Ta, 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 ton. Your turn. Ta, 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 ton. My turn. Ton, ton. Your turn. Ton, ton. My turn. Ton, ta, ton. Your turn. Ton, ta, ton. My turn. Ta, ton, ta, ton. Your turn. Ta, ton, ta, ton. My turn. Ton, ton, ton. Your turn. Ton, ton, ton. Let's turn our books now to page 41. Remember, we were doing our Music Maker number 1 for the last couple of weeks. First, we played this with our right hand. Ton, 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 half note, half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. Now we add whole notes with our left hand. Play it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Ton, 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 half note, half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. So anytime we see them stacked, we play hands together. Line number 2, left hand is playing half notes. We'll play a little more frequently and end with our left hand. 1, 2, here we go. Ton, 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 half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. But my left hand keeps tapping. Let's do line 3. We did this one last week as well. Our left hand just keeps tapping quarter notes. 1, 2, ready, go. Ton, 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 half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. You could also try going both, left, if that helps you to see it a little bit easier. Now this week we are going to tackle line number 4. We are going to play 8 notes with our left hand. Ta, 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 ta. Now you might also think of this one as both left, and see where your left hand plays by itself. So let's tap a few 8th notes. Ta, 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 ta. And now let's try it hands together. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Ton, 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 half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. And you notice your left hand just taps and taps when it has those 8th notes. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Ton, 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 half note, ton, ton, half note, great big whole note. So if you need some extra practice on that one, you can do that at home as well. We're going to go to our keyboards now and pass off our last pass-off song in this book. This is our racing song on page 68, and I'm just going to play through it with the recording so you can get an idea of what it should sound like to pass it off. You're welcome to play along at your keyboard. Don't forget your fee with your left hand. And we play. So I hope you remember that DC all fine. Go back to the beginning, da capo, go back to the beginning, play until you see the word fine, which is here. This is my ending, not here. So I look forward to seeing your video of you playing the racing song. And again, remember your rhythms. The eighth notes are easy to play, but we hold the quarter notes. They're twice as long as the eighth notes. Ta, 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 ton. Ta, 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 half note. And these half notes over here are going to sound slow, but tell yourself, half note, ta, 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 half note. Same rhythm here. And chant the rhythm to yourself to make sure you get the rhythm correct as well as the notes. Everybody grab your binders now. We're going to turn to week 18 and we're going to play our sight reading. Remember, our sight reading is in the key of G, so when we play this interval, we're going to play a fee. So let's put our hands in our so position. 1 and 2, and here we go. Play. So, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, so, big whole note. And our theory for this week, you were rewriting these rhythms in a different order. So send me a picture of what you made with your new rhythm. Let's turn to week 19 now. This is our last theory and homework page. Let's point and sing our notes. They are so, 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 ti, re, so, so, la, la, re, re, so. Let's play and sing our notes. We go. So, 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 ti, re, so, so, la, la, re, re, so. Let's point and say our intervals. We go. So stays the same, up a third, down a fifth, stays the same, up a second, stays the same, up a fourth, stays the same, down a fifth. That's a lot of different intervals. Let's play slowly and sing our intervals. 1, 2, here we go. So stays the same, up a third, down a fifth, stays the same, up a second, stays the same, up a fourth, stays the same, down a fifth. So I hope you're getting better at reading those intervals. Let's clap and chant our rhythm. Go. Tut, 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 ton. Tut, 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 half note. 1, 2, let's play and chant. Tut, 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 ton. Tut, 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 half note. Our left hand is similar to what we did last week. So, re, Fee Ray, you might want to highlight your fee and highlight the sharp sign to remind you of why you're highlighting the fee, and then So Ray again. And remember, our practice directions tell us to play it right hand first 3 times, left hand 3 times, and then try playing it hands together. Our theory for this week we're actually going to do right now in class. You're going to need some colored pencils. So if you have some colored pencils or some crayons, grab those right now. And we're going to look over this. This is our Who's That Tapping song, and we're going to analyze it using these down here. Number 1 tells us, circle the sharp sign in blue. Do you see a sharp sign? Yes, our sharp signs are right here at the beginning because this is in the key of G. Number 2 tells us, label the left hand shell chords. What would we label for this one? Here's what it would look like. Bottom note first, so, and it's spelled S-O-L, and then the top note, So Ray. And then this one is not Fa, but Fee Ray. So Ray and Fee Ray. And let me zoom in on that just a little bit closer so you can see what to write. So Ray, Fee Ray. What would this one be? Another Fee Ray. And then you can tell this one is So Ray, Fee Ray, So Ray. So go ahead and fill in the rest of those. They're all repeated, either So Rays or Fee Rays. Pause the video if you need to, and then we're going to find our green pencil or highlighter, and we're going to circle landmark notes in green. Remember that on the treble clef, our landmark notes are do and so. Our first note is a so we would circle that one. That is a landmark note. Ray, la, ti, la, another so, another so. Ray is not a landmark note. La, ti, another so we'd circle that one. And then you can look on the second line, and you can just go along the line that so is on and circle your so's. And you'll notice that we did not have any do's to circle, just our so's. Let's look at our bass clef. Our bass clef landmark notes would be do or fa. In this case, it is fee. We would still circle our fee because it is a landmark note. It helps us know that this one is so, for instance. So circle all of your fees. The only other note I have is so, which is not a landmark note in the bass clef, and re, which is not a landmark note because it's not do. Do would be the landmark note. So those you would circle with green. Number 4 says circle the treble clef in orange and the bass clef in yellow. And you know that we just find those right here at the beginning. Our treble clef is the high one, our bass clef is the low one. And finally, circle all the eighth notes in purple. So grab your purple crayon or pencil, and remember eighth notes are the ones that have this beam. We have 4 in a group here, 4 in a group here, 4 in a group here, and 4 in a group here. And now your theory is all done. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. These look different from some we've done before. This is a hint of things to come. Let's go to our board and we're going to sing. Treble clef sings up so high, circles around our landmark so. Bass clef dots show us our fa, we sing oh so low. 3 spaces down is my bass clef do. 3 spaces up, whoops, that's a 2, is my treble clef do, and my favorite note is middle do. Remember, these are our landmark notes. If we memorize our landmark notes, they will help us find all of the other notes. When we first started, we knew 5 notes in the treble clef. We learned do, re, mi, fa, so. In the treble clef, do, re, mi, fa, and so. In the bass clef, we didn't have to worry about any black keys. We didn't have any flats or sharps, and this was C major. Do, re, mi, fa, so is C major. Then after we had learned those pretty well, we learned a key signature that had a sharp sign at the beginning. And to make these notes sound correct, we would have to play a fi instead of a fa. In case you don't remember, fa, fi. Fi is right here. Now, because we have the sharp sign, it is no longer C major, it is G major, and my notes are so, la, ti, do, re, in the treble clef, so, la, ti, do, re, in the bass clef. And if you remember, we also learned fi. Fi. When we have a note on the line for fa, we change it to a fi. So those are the two key signatures that we have learned this year, C major and G major. And between those two, we have learned 21 different notes. So that is a lot of notes. Be sure you have pulled out your note flashcards and have taken part in the flashcard challenge and try to say them all in 30 seconds. We will try it at our keyboards. We have 20 notes here and we need to say them in 30 seconds. So I'm going to flip through them and see if you can say them with me, or you can turn off the sound and see if you can say them by yourself. On your mark, get set, go. Ti, la, ti, so, re, ti, fa, do, re, ti, la, re, so, do, fa, mi, do, and do. And I just made it under 30 seconds. So you can see, you don't have room to guess. You really have to know your notes well. You can also try playing them under 30 seconds. So you would find the note, play it on the keyboard. Find the note, play it on the keyboard. Did you notice how many re's and t's? If you memorize where your do's are, and it will help you know your re's and t's, then you have learned a bunch of them already. So that's always a good thing to memorize. If you didn't finish in 30 seconds, keep practicing. We're going to review our intervals now. I have a couple of examples here on the board. This is a space to space, and you notice that we play them one at a time. Do you remember what we call it when we play them one at a time? This would be a melodic interval. It makes a melody when we play one note at a time. And when there's space to space, 1, 2, 3, it's a third. So for this one, we would write M3, melodic third. The one on the bottom, we play at the same time, and they make harmony. When they make harmony and played at the same time, we call them harmonic. What interval is this one? Space to space with a space in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a fifth. And anytime we have two notes that are a space to space with a space in between, that is a fifth. Also, line to line with a line in between is also a fifth. So this is what I would like for you to do. Turn to the back of your book where you have blank paper, or just get a blank piece of paper or a little scrap paper, and number it 1 through 10. 1 through 10. I have 10 cards that I'm going to hold up, and I want you to write down either M for melodic or H for harmonic, and then write the number of the interval. So pause the video while you go do that and number your page, and then when you are ready to start, I will put them up on the board. All right, so I'm going to move these off. Those were our examples. And here is our quiz. Here is number 1. Take a minute, look at the interval, and write, is it harmonic or melodic, and what is the interval? And here is interval number 2. Again, harmonic or melodic, and the number. Here is number 3. I'll leave that up there while you figure that one out. Here is number 4. Here is number 5. I changed clefs here. This is number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And last, number 10. All right, you should have all of your answers now, 1 through 10. And I'm going to go through them so that you can see what the answers are. Number 1. This was melodic 4th. Number 1, melodic 4th. Number 2. This was melodic as well, but it was a 2nd. One at a time, melodic, and this was a 2nd. Number 3, harmonic, because they're played at the same time, and a 3rd. Number 4, melodic, and a 5th. Space to space with a space in between right there at the top of the staff. Might not be easy to see. Number 4. Number 5. This one is harmonic, and it is a 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 6. This one is melodic. We play them one at a time. And this one is a fourth. Line to space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 7, melodic again. This one is a second. They just go from one note to the very next note. Line to space. Number 8 is harmonic and a third, because we skipped the line note in between. 1, 2, 3. Number 9, melodic, played one at a time, and this one is line to line with a line in between, so it is a fifth. Do you see how I can use those lines and I don't have to count, which is kind of time consuming? And then last, number 10 was not melodic, it is harmonic, because those make a harmony, and it is a second space and line note. So I hope you got all those correct. If we were meeting together in the classroom, the last thing that we would do today would be to have a pretend recital. We would set up our chairs and we would each walk to the front keyboard and we would play our solos. And when we finished playing our solos, we would practice coming off of the piano bench and taking a bow. Remember, taking a bow tells your audience, thank you for listening to me play and clapping for me. You can have a pretend recital at your house. You can have set up chairs for your parents and your sisters or brothers or anyone that you would like to come have listen to you play. And you can play your solos and you can practice standing up after you play and taking a bow. Remember, try to memorize your solos so you can play them without the music, and be very prepared, because when we play for other people, sometimes it makes us nervous, and when we're nervous, we tend to make more mistakes. So we need to be very well prepared, and then we don't have to be nervous. So I'd love for you to send me a video of your pretend recital. Show me the songs that you're playing, in what order. Show me how you can stand up from after you play from the bench and take a bow. And we will have our recitals the following week over Zoom. So thank you so much for sticking with piano this semester. You have learned so much, and now you can tell everyone that you are a pianist. We will have a great time with our recitals. We will be sending you more information about those by email. So look for those emails, parents. And that is it for our class today. We will sing goodbye, goodbye. We've had so much fun. Goodbye, 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 everyone. Thanks for joining me for piano class today.